Sherm Chester with you on this edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum podcast. It's a notebook edition. We got all sorts of things to talk about. In particular, it's just been released, the NHIAA, all the dates for the fall playoff action when it comes to soccer, field hockey, volleyball. We're going to give them all to you in just a few seconds here. A couple other headlines we'll get to later in the program. Patriots, they are for real. And the football situation here in the Granite State, it's getting interesting. First off, let's start with that NHIAA schedule. You can get all the different playoff schedules, including the dates and times of where the playoffs will be on NHIAA.org. But just in case you're not close to a computer or your phone, I'll do it for you right now. Sit back and let's go through the schedule. The field hockey tournament takes place this week. Division I pairings are going to be the number 1 seed, Keene, the Blackbirds, taking on number 4, the Winnacunnet Warriors. And then on the bottom side of the bracket, it'll be the Bedford Bulldogs hosting the Londonderry Lancers. Again, those games will be at William Ball Stadium. They are the 1, 2, 3, 4 seeds. That's what's really interesting in Division I, and the consistency all the way through the 3 divisions. But we'll get to the other 2 divisions in a minute. Just want to congratulate the Exeter Bluehawks, Deb Grott and her team, for a great season. They beat Bishop Girton in the first round, got into the quarterfinals, and had to take on the Keene Blackbirds, the number 1 seed, and they came out close. It was close, but it was a 2-1 victory for the Blackbirds, so they advanced to the semifinal game, again, against the Winnacunnet Warriors. So that's going to be quite a matchup, and I'm sure Jay Pinson will be there, along with Brandon Brown, so we'll be talking to those gentlemen hopefully later in the week. And then, again, the bottom bracket is Bedford, number 2 seed, taking on Londonderry. Let's go to Division II. The Division II matchups, they'll be number 1 Southegan taking on number 4 Oyster River, top of the bracket in the semis. And then the bottom of the bracket, it's number 2 Bow taking on the John Stark Generals at number 3. And in Division III, number 1 Berlin, they'll be taking on the St. Thomas Aquinas Saints, number 4 seed in the top of the bracket. Bottom of the bracket in the semis, it'll be Hopkinton taking on Masonic, and that's a 2 versus 3. So everybody 1, 2, 3, 4 in all 3 divisions. Not bad at all. And it all comes to a head on Saturday the 1st, and that'll be at Bedford High School. That'll decide all 3 of those divisions. So if you're into field hockey, Bedford High School all day. The first game, we'll see. The first game starts at 3 o'clock, 3, 5, and 7. So it'll be Division 3 at 3 o'clock, Division 2 at 5 o'clock, and the Division 1 championship at 7 o'clock. And again, the game times are tentative because if they go into OT, it throws the schedule off a little bit, but it'll be a lot of action going on starting at 3 o'clock on Saturday at Bedford High School. And they'll decide all 3 girls field hockey division titles. Taking a look at the girls soccer championship playoffs, it's going to be the preliminary round, and it'll be Winnacunnet taking on Dover, and the winner of that game will be going up against the number 1 seed, the Exeter Bluehawks. Good going. Meg Young and her team with an 11-1 record for the season, and again, they have a bye going into, so they won't start until the quarterfinal round later in the week, and they'll play the winner of that Winnacunnet Dover contest. So a Seacoast game for sure to move on to the semis. And just looking down the bracket, it'll be number 4 Bedford taking on number 13 Timberlane. Number 5 Goffstown will be hosting Londonderry. And in the bottom bracket, it's the Pinkerton Astros. They were the number 2 seed overall. They'll have a bye. They'll be waiting for the winner of the Portsmouth-Hanover contest. Now, the other games going on in the prelims, it'll be number 3 Bishop Girton hosting number 14 Nashua South, and number 6 Nashua North hosting number 11. And girls soccer, Division II quarterfinal action be coming up on Saturday. And it'll be Hollis Brookline hosting the winner of Lebanon Pelham. That game yet to be decided. And then in the second tier of the bracket, number 4 Milford hosting number 5 John Stark. And again, this is the girls soccer Division II. In the bottom bracket, the number 2 seed has a bye. That's the Oyster River Bobcats. And they'll be hosting the winner of Merrimack Valley Pembroke, 7 versus 10. And in the other part of the quarterfinal bracket, it'll be number 3 Bow hosting the winner of number 6 Co Brown Northwood and number 11 Souhegan. Girls Soccer Division 3, it is going to be wide open. St. Thomas Saints came in at number 4 position. They'll be hosting Conant, number 13 seed. Trinity will be hosting number 8 Ball Mountain, and number 1 Stevens, number 16 Sanborn. The other part of the bracket, it'll be number 5 Hopkinton hosting Berlin, number 2 Raymond hosting Prospect Mountain, number 7 Derryfield hosting Kearsarge, number 3 Campbell hosting number 14 White Mountains, and number 6 Guilford hosting Bishop Brady. That's in Division 3 girls soccer. Let's go to Division 4. The matchups there with a bye. Number 1, Concord Christian. They'll be waiting in the quarterfinals for the winner of the number 8 Profile versus number 9 Newmarket contest. Number 4, Littleton will be hosting Woodsville in the preliminary round. Number 5, Sunapee hosting Mount Royal in the prelims. Now down in the bottom side of that bracket, number 2, Portsmouth Christian. They have a bye. They'll be hosting the winner of number 7, Colebrook versus number 10, Lisbon. Number 3, Linwood will be hosting number 14, Somersworth, and number 6, Groveton will be hosting Pittsburgh Canaan in girls soccer. Oh, you asked for about boys soccer. Yeah, we got boys soccer action as well going on. Division 1, Nashua South came out on top of the boys soccer. They have a bye. They will be waiting for the winner of number 8, Exeter, taking on number 9, Goffstown in the prelims. It will be number 4, Wyndham, hosting number 13, Nashua North. Number 5, Merrimack, hosting number 12, Salem. The Bedford Bulldogs, number 2, hosting the Winnacunnet Warriors. And then we go down to number 7, Londonderry, hosting Manchester Memorial. Number 3, Bishop Girton, hosting Pinkerton. And number 6, Hanover, taking on Keene. So that's the prelim round. And going into the quarterfinal round, which will be coming up on Saturday. Wow, a lot of action there, too. We got Division 2, Oyster River. They have a bye. They're the top seed. They'll be waiting for the winner of the prelim for Bow and Lebanon, number 8 versus number 9. Kingswood will be hosting Conval in the quarterfinals. Number 2, Campbell, waiting for the winner of the Co-Brown Northwood John Stark matchup. That's a 7 versus 10. And then in the quarterfinals, it's number 3, Pembroke, waiting for the winner of Hollis Brookline, and number 11, Plymouth. In the preliminary rounds in Division 3, number 1, St. Thomas, hosting Muscoma Valley. Number 8, Guilford, taking on Prospect Mountain. That's an 8-9. And number 4, Trinity, takes on at number 13, White Mountains. It's going to be number 5, Belmont, hosting Stevens, number 12. Number 2, Kearsarge will be taking on and hosting number 15, Winnisquam. Number 7, Berlin, taking on number 10, Fall Mountain. Number 3, Hopkinton is hosting number 14, Bishop Brady. And number 6, Manchester West, taking on number 11, Derryfield. And Division 4 boys soccer, number 1 seed, Moultonborough, hosting number 16, Linwood. Number 8, Wilton Lindenborough, hosting number 9, Concord Christian. Number 4, Hinsdale, taking on number 13, Colebrook. Number 5, Woodsville, hosting number 12, Lisbon. Number 2, Epping will be hosting number 15, Sunapee. Number 7, Gorham, hosting number 10, Farmington Newt. Number 3, Newmarket, hosting number 14, Profile. And rounding out the brackets, number 6, Holy Family, taking on Littleton. That's in the preliminary rounds. So the Division 1 semis will be heading to Manchester Memorial on Wednesday, November 5th. And the championship round will be at Manchester Memorial on Saturday, November 8th. That's in Division 1. The Division 2 semifinal round will be at William Ball Stadium. That'll be Monday, November 3rd at 4 and 6:15. That's Division 2 boys. As far as Division 3, the semifinal round, that will be at Bedford High School. And then looking at the final round for Division 3, that's scheduled for Bedford High School, and that'll be Saturday, November 8th at 5:15. One more. We got Division 4 we got to give you, and let's get to it. That will be the semifinal action for Division 4 at the Bank of New Hampshire Stadium in Laconia. And the championship for Division 4 will be also at Bank of New Hampshire Stadium in Laconia. That will be scheduled for 7:15 on Friday, November 7th. Unified. I don't want to forget the Unified team. We have the Unified soccer as well. Leave anybody out. Division 1, Keene and Exeter have byes going into the semifinals. They're waiting for the winner of Nashua North, Londonderry, Keene. The Blackbirds are waiting for the winner of the Nashua North, Londonderry matchup. And the Exeter Bluehawks, they're waiting for the winner of the Dover Oyster River matchup in the preliminary round. So then the semifinal action, that will be coming up on November 3rd. The semifinal action will be at the home of the higher seed, and that'll be at 3 in the afternoon. The final round will be, right now it's TBD, but I have a feeling it'll be at William Ball Stadium on Thursday, November 6th. But I'll give you an update on that later in the week. So volleyball action. We got plenty of that coming your way this week. In girls volleyball, the number 1 seed is Pinkerton. They get a bye. Number 2 is Londonderry. They get a bye in the bottom bracket as well. The preliminary round will be number 8 taking on number 9, Windham and Bedford. Number 4, Salem hosting the Winnacunnet Warriors. Number 5, Nashua North taking on number 12, Alvern. Bottom bracket. Portsmouth, number 7, taking on number 10, Exeter. The winner of that one goes up against the number 2 seed, Londonderry, who has the bye. Number 3, Bishop Girton, taking on number 14, Goffstown, and number 6, Dover, taking on number 11, Timberlane. So a lot of Seacoast-related action going on in volleyball, so good luck to our local Seacoast teams. The quarterfinal rounds will be, again, at the home of the higher seed. In Division II volleyball, they're all preliminary contests. Number 1 is Oyster River. They're hosting number 16, Pelham. Number 8, Souhegan, taking on number 9, Guilford. Number 4, Milford, hosting Campbell, number 13 seed. The number 5 seed, Hanover, takes on number 12, St. Thomas Aquinas. The number 2, Cove Brown Northwood, hosting number 15, Manchester Memorial. Number 7 seed, Kingswood, will be hosting number 10, Laconia. Number 3, Somersworth, will be hosting number 14, Fall Mountain. And number 6, Conval, will be hosting number 11, Winnisquam. These are all the prelim games heading to the quarterfinals. And we'll get to the championship games here in a minute and tell you where they're all going to be located. Let's finish off volleyball, Division III. Interlakes has a bye going into it. They're the number 1 seed. They'll be facing the winner of number 8, Concord Christian, versus number 9, Newfound. And the other byes, number 4, Belmont, they'll be waiting for the winner of number 5, Masonic, taking on number 12, Muscoma Valley. Farmington, the number 2 seed, they're in the bottom bracket. They got a bye. They'll be waiting for number 7 versus number 10. That's Molten Borough versus Portsmouth Christian. And the number 3 seed overall, with a bye in the bottom bracket, is waiting to see who wins number 6, Raymond, versus number 11, Epping. Girls volleyball semifinal action, Division I, that'll be on Tuesday at Pinkerton Academy. And Division II, that'll be on Wednesday. Division III on Thursday. So the finals for girls volleyball this season will be at Pinkerton Academy on Saturday, November 8th. Division II, 10 o'clock. Division III at 2 o'clock. And in between, at high noon, it'll be the Division I championship. So we made it through the schedule, gang. It was just put up on the NHIAA.org website. If you have any questions about your team, when they're playing, where they're playing, and the schedule, NHIAA.org. Just look under tournament info, and they got them all listed now. And good luck to all the Seacoast participants. It was a great year for the Blue Hawk girls soccer team. Megan Young always has those ladies tuned up and ready to go, and I'm sure they're going to do well in the tournament. Good luck to all the teams involved. All the teams have earned their way into the playoffs, and it's hard to see somebody lose, but the best team usually always wins. And it's kind of interesting to see all those 1, 2, 3, 4 matchups already in the playoffs. Back to the big battle in Division I East football. It's coming down to the wire. I was kind of skeptical a week ago when I was talking to Jay Pinsonneau. I thought it was already decided. The Winnacunnet Warriors looked like they were going to be the top dog in Division I East, but they went toe-to-toe on Friday night against the Salem Blue Devils, and literally it was a last-second field goal by the Blue Devils that gave the Salem team the win. 37-35 was the final score, and that puts the Warriors in a tough spot this week because they have to play a perennial powerhouse, the Bishop Girton Cardinals. So Winnacunnet has to win to maintain their top of the standings and a potential bye going into the playoffs. Now, Exeter, the Blue Hawks, the team I bleed blue with, they're coming off a non-conference contest with the Portland Bulldogs, and they have the unenviable task of ending their regular season on the road against the Manchester Memorial Crusaders, and it's a must-win game to take the top spot in the division or have a chance at the top spot in the division and get a bye in the upcoming playoffs. So what would have to happen is Winnacunnet would lose to Bishop Girton, the Exeter Bluehawks beat Manchester Memorial. If that happens, then Exeter wins out on top. The Warriors have to be rooting for the Crusaders because that's, even if they lose to Bishop Girton, it's their only real hope to get that top spot locked in and get a bye in the upcoming playoffs. They start next week in all the divisions. Later in the week, we'll do another podcast update. We have dominant teams, no doubt about it, like the Bedford Bulldogs. They're still undefeated, but hey, anything can happen on a given Friday or Saturday. So we'll keep you posted and see what happens for Winnacunnet Warriors, Exeter Bluehawks, Manchester Memorial Crusaders, down to the wire. The UNH Wildcats, they came up with a win over William and Mary, the Griffins. The final there was 34-24. Wildcats offense ranking up 512 yards for that win. The next home game in Durham, that's going to be coming up on November 22nd, is the Battle for the Musket. That's right, it's a border battle with the UMaine Black Bears. They'll be coming up on the 22nd. So get your tickets now. That's always a fun game. The Patriots winning their 5th in a row. Well, they are for real, no doubt about it. Beating the Cleveland Browns. People are already talking about Drake May for MVP. Well, it's a little early for that, but he is one tough customer, and the team is playing behind him. So up next, the Atlanta Falcons, and they'll be coming to Foxborough. World Series tied at this early juncture. The Blue Jays crushing the Dodgers in Game 1, and then the Dodgers coming right back and doing the same to the Jays in Game 2. 3 games in L.A. Well, that could be it. That could be the finale coming up. We don't know. You know what? I got to tell you this story. The Blue Jay story. Before Game 1, and I haven't seen this bird all summer, but all of a sudden this gigantic blue jay that comes into my yard, maybe that's an omen. And sure enough, the Blue Jays came through in Game 1 big time. And I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen the Blue Jays since, so maybe that was it, the one and done. But maybe that's an omen. I'm hoping maybe the Blue Jays will at least give the Dodgers a contest to take it to 7. 2-minute drill. Good luck to all the teams involved in the playoffs, and we're looking forward to good weather, we hope, for the next few weeks to get things accomplished and not to be a factor. But more importantly, everybody stay healthy. And we look forward to having an update a little later in the week to keep you posted on what's happening with the playoffs and talking more about the upcoming football playoffs as well. So, if you're enjoying the program, please pass the word. We're on all the major podcast platforms. And don't forget to sample our sister program. It's called the Seacoast Forum, a non-controversial, fun program. I'm joined by special guests like Coach Bill Taylor. We talk just pop culture type stuff, movies, music, television, books. We got an author coming on board. One of my old buddies from radio, Roger Wood. He just wrote another novel, so we'll have him on board in a future program. So that's the Seacoast Forum, our sister program, also available on all the major podcast platforms. So until next time, this is Sherm Chester inviting you to join us for the next edition of the Seacoast Sports Forum podcast.